Edinson Cavani, the man the soccer world calls El Matador. A striker who lives for goals, burns for work, and today takes on one of the toughest tasks at Boca Juniors, the legendary number 10 jersey. But before he was celebrated in grand stadiums, his story began far from the glamour of professional soccer. Who was Cavani before the world knew him? Edinson Roberto Cavani Gomez was born on February 14, 1987, nato in Salto Chuacho, Uruguay. Growing up in a simple environment, he discovered his deep passion for soccer at an early age. The streets of his neighborhood became his first pitch, the ball his constant companion. For hours, he played with friends, instinctively learning to read the space and anticipate chances. His family, though from modest backgrounds, always stood behind him. They supported his dream, even when the path was uncertain. This backing gave Cavani the inner strength to never give up. Soccer for him was not just a game, but a hope for a better future. With each day, his ambition grew. Childhood joy turned into determination, games into an inner drive. It became clear early on that Cavani wanted more than just to keep up. But when did this boy from Salto start becoming a player ready to conquer the world? The transition from dream to reality began for Edinson Cavani in Montevideo. At Danubio FC, he received professional training for the first time. There, his talent was specifically shaped. Training session after training session, Cavani learned to refine his movements, sharpen his finishing, and above all, never let up. It was noticed early on that he didn't just want to play, but to constantly improve himself. His development did not go unnoticed. In 2007, Cavani took the decisive step to Europe and moved to the Italian club Palermo. For a young player from Uruguay, this meant a radical change. A new language, a new pace, new pressure. But Cavani adapted. He worked harder than many others, learned from every game, and began to assert himself in one of Europe's most tactically demanding leagues. In 2010, the next big step followed, the move to SSC Napoli. In Naples, his potential exploded. Cavani became a fixed point in the attack, known for his smart runs, his presence in the box, and his uncompromising attitude. He developed into one of the most dangerous strikers in Europe. Was this already his breakthrough on the big stage? Or was the best yet to come? The true peak of Edinson Cavani's career began in 2013 with his move to Paris Saint-Germain. In Paris, Cavani took on a new role, not just as a goal scorer, but as a central figure in the attack. Season after season, he delivered consistently, scoring goals in decisive moments and writing club history. At the end of his time at PSG, he became the club's all-time leading goal scorer. But success also brings new challenges. After 7 intense years in France, Cavani sought a new task in 2020 and joined Manchester United. In a league known for its high pace, he again proved his adaptability. With experience, leadership, and decisive goals, he quickly won the respect of teammates and fans. A short stint at Valencia CF followed before Cavani finally returned to where passion and soccer culture have a special meaning, to Boca Juniors. There, he took on an enormous responsibility, the jersey with the legendary number 10. A symbol that awakens expectations and carries history. But was Cavani ready to live up to this legacy? Away from the big stadiums, Edinson Cavani shows a completely different side. Despite fame and success, he always remained closely connected to his roots. In his spare time, Cavani consciously seeks closeness to nature. Activities like fishing and hunting give him peace and balance, far from the pressure of professional soccer. There, he finds the silence that helps him switch off mentally. This connection to the simplicity of life is no coincidence. It reminds him of his childhood in Uruguay, of times when it wasn't about titles or contracts, but about passion and freedom. Cavani values moments when he can be entirely by himself, without cameras and headlines. It was precisely this balance that helped him play consistently at the highest level for years. In addition to his love for nature, Cavani also invested in agriculture in Uruguay. He owns land there used for cattle ranching, another sign of his close connection to home. While many stars seek a life of luxury, Cavani consciously chose a path that reflects down-to-earthness. But how successful was this extraordinary career path in the end? Edinson Cavani's career is marked by impressive successes. With Paris Saint-Germain, he won the French championship 6 times between 2013 and 2020. Added to this are 5 wins in the French Cup and 4 national Super Cups. He had previously won the Coppa Italia with SSC Napoli in the 2011 to 2012 season, and with Danubio FC, he became champion of the Uruguayan League. On the international stage, he crowned his career by winning the 2011 Copa America with Uruguay. These sporting successes were also reflected financially. Cavani's estimated net worth is around 40 million US dollars. Back in 2007, he moved to Palermo for about $5.3 million. In 2010, the permanent transfer to Naples followed, before he went to PSG in 2013 for a record sum of $68.5 million, where he earned an annual salary of around $14 million. Later, he signed a 2-year contract with Manchester United worth a total of about $26 million. At Boca Juniors, Cavani currently earns around $2.8 million per year. Additionally, he benefited from lucrative endorsement deals, primarily with Nike. His lifestyle also reflects this success. Cavani owns several luxury vehicles, including a Ford F-150 SVT Raptor, a Range Rover, a Ferrari 458, and an Audi A6 for everyday use. There are also impressive properties in Argentina, Italy, Spain, Uruguay, and France. But success doesn't just bring glamour. What downsides accompanied this path to the top? Edinson Cavani was also not spared from personal turbulence. In 2014, he got into a private controversy when he divorced his wife, Maria Soledad. The trigger was rumors of an extramarital affair with a young Italian woman. The incident temporarily damaged his public image, but the divorce was settled discreetly. This break had no direct consequences on his sporting career. Cavani remained professional and continued his path undeterred. Another moment of great attention followed during his time at Paris Saint-Germain. In 2017, there was a public conflict with Neymar. It was about who should take penalties and free kicks. The issue became particularly visible after a game against Lyon in September of the same year and generated enormous media resonance. Finally, the coaching staff and club management intervened to calm the situation. Afterward, both continued to play together without any major incidents. These chapters show that Cavani didn't just have to score goals, but also had to endure pressure, headlines, and tension. And perhaps that is exactly part of his reputation, the ability to survive adversity and still deliver on the pitch. Edinson Cavani's story shows that true greatness doesn't just come from goals, but from endurance, discipline, and the ability to prove oneself over and over again. From the boy from Salto to the world-class striker, he paid for every step with hard work. His career is proof that passion and steadfastness can make the difference. If you liked this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any more stories from the world of soccer. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.